for today. I have two people that I have really gotten to know over the last couple weeks here, and I'm so excited to have these guys here. They've taken some time out of their busy day to do an interview with me here, and I'm just so excited. And I look at these guys like a powerhouse couple in network marketing. I see these guys all over the place, and I'm just so excited to have this time with them. So I just want to introduce to you Mr. and Mrs. Burrell, Joel, and Shaneequa. How are you guys doing today?
Hey, Mark. We're good. How are you?
Oh, doing awesome, doing awesome. So excited to have you guys here. I think this is just so cool. So, it's really interesting because I know we've met through Facebook, and Facebook has really played a great role, and I've got to learn a lot about you guys. But for everybody that's watching this video, I'd like you guys just to tell me your story. Tell your story a little bit, and how you guys got to where you are.
All right. Well, I'll let Shaneequa kind of start. She tells the story a little bit better than I do, I think.
Oh, well, the way we met, we actually met through MySpace, and
Wow.
he was trying to talk to me,
Ah, yeah.
and I wasn't,
Blame me?
I
Hey, man,
wasn't
good
having
job.
it,
Yeah.
and I wasn't having it. I wanted him to meet me personally and connect with me and talk business before anything else. So he helped me get a job as a physician recruiter with him. And so I had to talk to him, and then we got laid off together, and we were at the time dating, and we went from job to job together. We actually found 2 or 3 other jobs together and got downsized and fired. And then I went on a hunt looking for a business for us to do because I was tired of being laid off and fired, and that's when I found our primary company, and I told him I didn't care what he did. I was getting in with or without him.
Yeah.
That's a leader there.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Well, that's wild. That's an incredible story. It's amazing. That's
Yeah.
cool. So,
Yeah, it's pretty cool. You know, it's funny because they see us together on the internet and stuff like that, but they don't realize we've never not worked together.
wow.
You know, so this comes natural for us because, we often kid, we wouldn't know what to do with ourselves if we had to get up and go to separate jobs every day because we've never done it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's such a strong story. That's really cool. No, that's great. And it's great to see you guys. You guys really add an element because, there are people that are couples out there working, and if they can see, a successful couple like yourself, and I'm sure, just you guys have your challenges just like any other couple. All couples have their
Oh, yeah.
challenges, and
Absolutely.
so to really see how you guys do it and see how you guys work together is really cool. So let me ask you guys, what do you think is your greatest passion? What is it that you think gets you guys up out of bed in the morning, gets you excited to go about your day and do the things that you do every day?
Well, for me, Mark, one of the things that, there's quite a few things, but one of the things, and the reason I was attracted to network marketing is because I played high school and college football, and then I was lucky enough to be able to coach high school football as well as semi-pro football, but high school football at my alma mater. And so when I had a job, it was really difficult to find somewhere that I could work that would allow me the time off that I need to coach because that's what I love to do. I mean, in addition to obviously, the same reasons most people get involved, being around your family as much as possible, being able to travel, being able to work with the ones you love,
Yeah, that's
all that
awesome.
good stuff. That's what it is for me.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
And I have to say, I enjoy the time freedom and being able to wake up with my eyes open, because before, I even met Joel or was a physician recruiter, I was a correctional officer, and I was
Oh,
a single mom of 2, yeah, and I had to go to work at 5:45 in the morning. So I was getting my kids up at 4:30 with me, getting them ready, making sure they were okay before I left off to work. And I was tired of leaving my kids having to basically get themselves ready for school and stuff. And now I'm able to be there with my kids when they go to school, when they come home. We travel whenever we want because we do this full time.
Oh wow, that's awesome. Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, everybody has their motivations, but I know being a father myself, kids are a huge motivation when you want to do this business. I mean, they really are because they're. I mean, as a parent, you love your kids so much, and the last thing you want to do is be away from them so much. And like you guys,
Exactly.
I have the privilege of that too, to be home all day and see my daughter, and it is an incredible, incredible feeling to step away from the desk and walk in the other room and see your babies there, you know. So no, that's incredibly
For
Exactly.
powerful,
sure.
very powerful. So awesome. Well, shifting gears here for a second, let me ask you, what do you guys think really is the number one thing that takes people out of the business or takes them out of the game in network marketing? Because a lot of people, sometimes people have challenges, and I would say a lot of people have
Sure.
challenges dealing with business and really making a shift from, say, an employee mindset to a business owner mindset. But if there was one thing that you had to
Yeah.
pinpoint, what would you say would be one of the things that you see that takes people out?
I'll let Joel go ahead.
Um, I would say kind of what you just touched upon is your mindset. So many people hear, when they first get involved, they're excited. Excuse me, they hear stories about people making, $50,000 in their first month and stuff like that, and they think that's what it's going to be like for them. And, does it happen? Absolutely. Is that, normal? Absolutely not.
Right.
So you have to get your mindset ready to, go through some difficult times, go through, the no's and the negativity that you may get from, the people in your life, whether it be family, friends, prospects, and just building yourself up so you can take that negativity and turn it around into something positive. Because, anybody we talk to, we tell them, look, this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. This is a get-rich-slow scheme, though. So, prepare
I like
yourself
that.
for, prepare yourself to be in business for a minimum of 2 to 5 years before you get, those big, big results. If it happens faster than that, great, but go into it knowing and preparing yourself to be ready to go that long haul, which in actuality is not a long haul when you're looking at most people having a job for 20, 30, 40 years
Right.
and being able, hopefully, to retire. In this industry, you're offered the luxury of possibly retiring in a very, short amount of time. So I would say that get your mindset right, and then everything else will fall in line.
Oh yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
awesome. No, Shaneequa, go ahead.
I was going to say, I think what takes a lot of people out of the game is that they're not committed and they're just trying out network marketing.
Mm,
They haven't made that commitment to make this their business, to make their part-time fortune while working full-time at their job. They are like, well, let me try it to see if it works. Well, if you try it to see if it works, it's not going to work because you're
right,
just trying it.
right,
This is not, free trial business, where you just get in it to see if I make a little money and then get out. No,
right,
this is actually a life-changing career. You're
right,
going from an employee to a business owner. That's something you just don't try out.
right,
Right.
right. No, that's
I talk.
some great points there, guys. Go ahead, Joel.
I was just going to say, I talk to people and they ask me, well, do more people? I actually had a lady ask me, well, when you got started, do more people say yes to you than say no? And I was like, well, of course not. And I tried to apply it, to like a traditional business. And I asked her, I said, let's suppose you threw 70 grand at a franchise like us. I think 7-Elevens right now are running about 70 grand depending on your location.
Hmm.
I said, does it make you unsuccessful if more people drive by the store than come into the store?
Hmm.
Do you know what I mean? It's like you don't need everybody. You just need a few good people, and your business is successful. Is no different than a traditional business.
Right.
Exactly.
No, that those are some really great points, and no doubt about it. I think one of the keys, Joel, that you really hit on too was just how really setting the expectations correctly when people get involved. And
Right.
because a lot of times people see the glitz, the glamour, and yet their expectations are kind of skewed, so they can be let down. And Shaneequa, some of those points you made about people just need to decide that this is their avenue. I'm going to make this work absolutely, no matter what it takes. I will not quit. And that's the attitude that people really need to take, is that type of attitude. So, no, those are some awesome things. Awesome. So let me ask you guys too. What I know you guys use the internet, and internet, and I know you guys are big on offline too, which is awesome. It's a real great merger. But what is your main marketing avenue for leads? And what's the main one? Kind of your favorite one?
That's easy. That's Facebook.
Yeah.
Facebook.
Hey, that's where we met,
Where we
right?
You get to meet cool people like you on the other side of the planet.
Listen to you. I'll give you a 20 later, man.
know?
No, that's really cool. So cool, Facebook. What are some of the advantages that you see in Facebook?
Well, basically, the advantages is there's about 600 to 700 million people on Facebook,
Yeah.
and you can have a personal page that holds up to 5,000 people, and then you can also have a fan page which you can have unlimited people be a fan of you and connect with those people. So I literally have endless leads on
Right.
Facebook
Yeah.
because most of the people I deal with are already in business or understand network marketing or understand business, period.
Right.
So, yeah, I love Facebook. I tried pay-per-click and I sucked big time. I lost like $400 and Joel was mad at me. So I said I'll stick to Facebook.
Oh yeah, no, that's cool. That's awesome. Well, that's how I met you guys, and I mean, it's just been such a great being able to get to know you guys over the last couple of weeks. It's been real fun, and it's been a joy. So Facebook definitely is a big deal. So, and same for you,
Yeah,
Joel.
Facebook is a blast. Absolutely. When I first got on Facebook, it was actually when Shaneequa and I were together at the job that we had together, a physician recruiting job. And so I thought it was cool just to be able to, find my friends and my family and college buddies and stuff like that and catch up. And once we got involved in network marketing, I realized what kind of, tool and cash cow Facebook really is. When you think about, there's some statistics that say, I think it's 8 in 10 people log into their Facebook at least once a day, and the average person spends like 30 to 35 minutes a day on Facebook. You've
That's
got
amazing.
a vast majority of the planet in one place that you can, touch bases with people and connect with them. And, if you have something that they need, they're gonna listen to you, they're gonna follow you, and, you can create those relationships, which is, what it really comes down to.
Well, the interesting part is, and I know a lot of people that know me and visit my blog know that I am here in Chile right now. I live in Chile, and you guys are in
Right.
Colorado in the United States, and we met through Facebook. I mean, it just goes to show
Right.
you the power of it. And it's amazing to think.
Exactly.
It's amazing to think because my father-in-law, who will be 80 this year, he has a Facebook page in Chile, So I mean, it's
Yeah.
amazing to see
Yeah.
that the majority of people are connected on Facebook somehow. So it really is unlimited.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's very, very powerful. So let me ask you guys. Now, this is going along this vein of the internet and using Facebook and things like that. But I think this is a very important question because what do you think is the most important thing for people to know when using technology and the internet to build their business? Because I see a lot of people that get tied up in using the internet but are kind of afraid to get out from behind the keyboard, if you know what I mean. And so I guess tell me.
That was me.
Yeah. Now go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I would say two things to that. One is understand that the internet and Facebook are just tools. All they are is a way to cast a bigger web to talk to more people. So don't get caught up into thinking you can sit behind your keyboard and, type out a blog or, do a video here and there, and all of a sudden you're going to be a millionaire. It doesn't work like that.
Right.
You have to, we consider ourselves what we call kind of hybrid marketers.
Right.
We use the internet to connect with more people, and one of our recent strategies is using it to connect with people here in our local area. For instance, a couple of people we just brought into our business, they live right here in Denver where we live, but we would have never met them if it weren't for Facebook.
Right.
So make sure that you're using it as a tool, but you also need to get out there and talk to your friends, your family, your warm market, which are people that really you can recognize by face and maybe not even necessarily know their name, but they are your warm market. If you see them every other day and in this grocery store and you smile at each other, that's your warm market, so you can talk to them without fear of you're going to upset anybody or anything like that. The second thing I would say about the internet is don't get too caught up into all of the tools, because tools come out. I get bombarded with stuff every day, if not every other day, with the newest and greatest gadget that can come out and help you explode your business. And actually, don't get me wrong, the tools are great, but you can get overwhelmed by and you can go broke trying to buy all these tools. So don't get overwhelmed into thinking you need every latest and greatest, hottest thing that's come out.
Right. No, absolutely. Shaneequa? No?
You said enough.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome, and it's important to know. Here we are in an industry where, this industry has been successful without the internet. Right. That's what it gets down to, and really, we'd be foolish to not look at all the successful years that network marketing has had and all the network marketing organizations that have been built and throw all that away and forget it because we have a computer now to connect with people.
Exactly.
We have to take those strategies and just build upon it and strengthen it, and the internet, which is a tool, really helps that. But we can't forget those solid foundations that make network marketing successful. So, no, that's awesome.
Absolutely.
No, awesome. So, I guess my last thing for you guys is, what is the one thing, if you had to narrow it down, that people in the network marketing industry really need to know and practice in this industry to make it big? If you had to end with just one thing,
Okay.
Reach out and call people, connect with them. Don't think that your autoresponder is going to get them into your business. This networking is about connecting with people, talking to people, building relationships. So, it's good to use the internet, but it's still a virtual reality.
Right.
It's not real reality. So you still need to connect and make that physical connection with people, whether it be via phone, via face-to-face, coffee. You gotta connect.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh, absolutely.
And I would say something along the similar lines. One of our mentors, gentleman we work with by the name of Cedric Harris, he told us and taught us that it doesn't matter what company you're with, it doesn't matter what product you promote or whatever, your real product, the real thing that you promote and work with is people. So get good at working with people. You don't have to know the comp plan back and forth. You don't have to know everything about your product. If you get good at connecting with people and, just holding conversations, that, you can be successful. But if you want to try to learn every little thing that there is on the internet, you're going to find yourself probably spinning your wheels for the most part.
Wow. No, that's some very powerful stuff, guys. And there's no doubt about it. I see people, and, I was included in that at one point. I'm trying to learn all this, SEO stuff and all these, marketing strategies for the internet, when really one of the best investments you can make in yourself is learning to just get good with people and connecting with people. And if you really focus on that area, that is without question one of the biggest assets that a person can develop in their business. So, guys, that's all I had. I just want to say thanks so much. It was great to connect with you guys and pick your brain a little bit and find out. And what's your blog, Joel and Shaneequa? What's your guys' blogs to have people go check out and find you guys?
Sure. My blog is www.barbecue, that's BBQ, or mildew, mildew, bbqormildewtheblog.info.
Yeah.
And then mine is Ask Shaneequa Online. That's ASK Shaneequa, ShaneeQua online.com.
All right, awesome. Joel, I got to tell you, man, I love your blog name, man. I remember
Oh,
the first
thanks.
time I heard that, I said, "Oh, I gotta talk with this guy." So,
Yeah, I came up with the name when the guy who brought us into the business, I was learning about branding, and I saw everybody was just branding their name and their self, and I was like, I want to just do a little something different, and it's always a good conversation starter because either you know what it means,
right.
and you think it's cool, or at least it makes you ask, so it does generate conversations. So.
No, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, guys, thank you so much for your time. I know you guys got busy days, and definitely appreciate you guys taking a few minutes out here today to chat with me and see what we can do to keep helping our industry move forward. So, really appreciate you guys a lot. So,
Absolutely, Mark. It was a pleasure, man. We appreciate it.
all right.
And we'll get to interview you next time.
Hey, all right. Yeah, cool. Sounds good. All right, guys. Everybody have a great day.